All right, thank you, Jordan. And we've got in studio with us live, we've got Brian Milholland from Milholland Solar and Electric. I'm going to shake your hand way across this panel here. You know, we've had you as a longtime pro on the Approved Home Pro Show, but just in case anybody watching doesn't know what you do, can you explain?
Sure. We're a solar electric company. We've been in business in San Diego for over 25 years. We custom install and engineer solar systems for homes in San Diego.
Brian, it's always great to have you on. What are some of the common questions that homeowners ask you when they're shopping for a new solar system?
Usually the first question I get is how do we pay for it? What are the ways to pay for it? People usually say, I've heard you can rent the power. I've heard
it's a PPA, right?
Like a power purchase agreement. I've heard, you know, we don't need to pay for the equipment. We can just pay for the electricity that's being produced. You know, they ask about leases. We offer all types of financing, and our solar consultants will come out and talk to the homeowners and see what their tax liabilities are, see you know, what their bills are, look at their roof, and we'll not only customize a system for their home, but we'll also customize a financing for the individuals.
So just like the system itself, financing isn't one size fits all. You actually listen to what the needs are and goals, and it all comes down to the cost per kilowatt, right?
Absolutely. The cost per kilowatts are going up, and that is a big reason why solar payback is becoming lower for the time frame for solar to pay for itself.
So a shorter period of time to get your money back.
Right.
We were talking earlier, you said 4 years if you purchase a system?
Yes, we've seen systems, depending on the electric bill that you're offsetting, we've seen purchases that are under 4 years for payback.
So you kind of have to evaluate, if you're going to be in your home for 5 years or more, you might want to purchase. But if you may not be there that long, then you might consider leasing?
Possibly, and those are all options that we look at, and we ask homeowners when we come out and we talk to them.
Cool. And incentives as well. You guys talk a little bit about incentives to do that.
We do. We talk about tax credits. Those are a big driver as to how you finance the system. If you can't take advantage of tax credits, then leasing may be a better option for you. And we look at all of those.
And so the cost of the systems have dropped dramatically, but the clock is ticking because regulation could change within the next maybe 12 months, right? So you're
less than that.
Less than 12 months.
We anticipate that by January, February of next year that the net energy metering will be capped in San Diego, and we will need a new net energy metering agreement. And we don't know what that agreement's going to look like right now. We are part of the solar coalition that is lobbying our state legislatures to try to get the best.
So if someone calls you right now, it's probably a good time because you
Absolutely.
could still get a system installed, get the benefit of the existing regulation that's in place, which is a really good benefit.
Yeah, the existing net metering agreement right now is a great benefit to the homeowner. And if you get in on this one right now, you will be grandfathered in for 20 years. And so it is imperative that you get in on this first agreement without knowing what the new agreement's going to be. And hopefully it'll be exactly the same as this one, but I seriously doubt it will be.
Right. Well, another point I would make is that it used to be, maybe $150, $200 bill from the power company merited doing solar. Now it's dropping to where almost any homeowner can benefit from it.
Well, with the rising increases in utility rates, we're hard pressed to find anybody with less than $100 a month utility bill.
All right, we do have a social media question that we want to get to here. My biggest fear is buying a system now and then seeing the price drop, like when you get a new TV. How can I avoid that, Brian?
Well, the great thing about solar is that it pays you back. It puts every dollar you spend on the system back into your pocket. So the quicker you go solar, the quicker you're not paying utility bill and you're putting that money in your pocket.
All right, well, if you've got questions about solar, listen, call them right now, 619-320-7373. That's 619-320-7373. You can also reach them at approvedhomepros.com. Here's the thing. If you're thinking about solar, if you're thinking about, what's the right size for my house? Is it the right time to go? These guys are going to come in your house and they're not going to pressure you. They simply give you the information. They educate you with what you need to know to make sure you've got the exact right system for your house. And if you're concerned about your roof, by the way, I just had a conversation with a friend of mine the other day talking about, we can't put it on the roof. And I said, well, what about a ground mount? There's so many different options now with solar. You need to call Milholland Solar and Electric.
And these are not scare tactics. You really need to go do it now because right at this point is the highest value you're going to ever get out of a solar system.
Absolutely. So again, call Milholland Solar and Electric. Get going on that now, 320-7373. And now we're going to go out to Jordan at Thompson Building Materials.